What is up, yo? Hello, my name is Shin, and this is my new podcast called After the Cult, ATC. Listen, it's 2026, all right, y'all? If you finna do something that you want to do, then just do it. So, my logo is fighting for its life. The editing on this first episode might be fighting for its life too, but I'm finna do what I want to do, which is this podcast, and put it on mediocre and build it over time. Because at this point, fear holding me back and I don't have no more space for it. So let's do it. So in this podcast, please, as I said in the description, please engage with it with care. I will make a lot of jokes and just speak from the heart. Sorry, I sound out of breath. I rushed back over here. Um, but I make a lot of jokes and everything, but I will be tackling some very serious topics, such as suicidal ideation, so thoughts of self harm, um, depression, anxiety, um, sexual assault. I also use profanity. So those are all the things I can think of right now. Oh, also spiritual and religious trauma. So talking about that abuse. So yeah, just listen with care, okay? Um, this is also going to serve as my vocal diary, so you'll notice that my thoughts are maybe a bit jumbled. I also, engage in the edible land, so I'll just come here, process, and I hope that this helps you too. So I'll start off with what led me to this journey of talking about after the cult. I was a weird kid growing up, I'm gonna be very honest with you. So I really enjoyed a lot of things, such as learning about cults, watching documentaries, learning about serial killers. I was very interested in that stuff. There were some things that I was like, oh my gosh, please have some decency. But for the most part, if I learned about it and I couldn't handle it, I just didn't go back to that topic. I never in my life thought that I would be one of the people that would say, damn, I was in a cult, bro, and I got out. Because it's so easy to look at situations that people are in. Let's take a show, for example, that's talking about a cult. It's so easy to say, well, this is some fucked up shit. This shit don't make sense. You feel uncomfortable, go. It's not always that cut and dry. Sometimes you start to gaslight yourself, especially if where you're feeling the discomfort is in a place where you once felt such peace. You know what I mean? So I grew up, now I'm just like, wow, I didn't know I would be one of these people, right? One of these people that have to wake up each day. And when I say these people, I do not mean in a bad connotation. I'm just more so saying this section of people that they just have to try to live each day, trying to figure things out and trying to figure out what's normal slash what's not, what's real and what is. And of course we know that what's real or what's true to you is very subjective, but there are some things that I'm like, I would like the answer to that. I would like to know if there's going to be a white throne judgment at the end of these days. I feel like there's something that people want to prepare for. I don't know. Very interesting. So, yeah. So, grew up in that background. Um, So when I was going through all that I was going through in the cult, it's also you'll see this on documentaries that a lot of the members talk about what led to them getting in the cult and them wanting to be a part of that, the acceptance, the love that they felt, all of that. And then they talk about how awful it started to become while they were in the cult, and then eventually that they got out. But sometimes we don't always get to the part of the story that talks about what their true struggle is after. We might get a little bit of yeah, now I live by myself and I try to figure this and this thing out until, and dating, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm kind of working myself up to it day by day. We don't get into the nitty gritty. And so one day this past, maybe a few weeks, I maybe it was a week or so ago. I had a breakdown. My partner, she went to bed, and I had a breakdown and was in the bathroom and finally let myself just cry it out, although I was very uncomfortable. And so it was, of course, we just had the holidays pass by. I stayed here and we visited my partners. family for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we spent it together, and then also with some work friends, and it was really nice. I started to also just like have these feelings of like this mixed feeling of like I know I didn't want to go back to Florida to visit, but also, yes, I do miss my family. And also, I don't really want all the questions about like my new identity and just like kind of like who I've been becoming. I just don't feel like answering all that. Like, I have a septum piercing, I have a bald head. Like, there's a lot happening. I'm in a relationship with a woman. Like, like it's just a lot happening. And I just don't feel like trying to answer all those questions, nor to be around the awkwardness or any of that. Just, thank you. So, I broke down, and all I could think while I was crying was life is hard after the cold. And I've been thinking for some time, like what that would look like to actually take the time to make a podcast episode about this and to really just like share with y'all what I deal with. And if you feel the same way, then yeah, we're in this together. But also, I'm going to tell you to try to make sure that you get some psychological help because I have a therapist and I love her. Good time. But yes, I am in therapy, and so you're also going to be hearing like what I've been working through in therapy. So, yeah. So if you like tea, at least come on in and have a good time. So yeah. All in all, I want this podcast to be helpful to others. I want people to understand that the healing journey is just so messy. It is so fucking messy. And it is so annoying. And I hate it. And there are times when I'm just like, this is awful. I can't do this. This is too bad, too much, too much. But then I get up another day and try again because I just know that there's got to be more to this than this fuck shit. So I keep pushing for the next best thing. I keep pushing for, what's next. Like I'm not going to say it on this just in case, but I have something big planned and I'm so excited for it and I'm looking forward to it. It's pushing me. It's pushing me. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's what your life has to start off as, the new part of your life for you to get to the next part. I don't know, you know? So, yeah, I will also be sharing about this cult. I will not be talking any names or, like giving too many details that will like be like how you be like make it easy to define those things because I want to respect that people's names and things should not be out there if they don't clear that. As well as it's not relevant. Do I want to be petty and be like, these are them? This is the name of the church? But I don't want to because I don't need to. Mm-mm. I'm a classy bitch. So, yeah. But if you know me, you probably already know the name of the church or can find it. So, yeah, have a good time. And let me know if you got any questions for me. But, yeah. So, this is episode 1. We're going to be talking about a lot, a lot, a lot. And so, I want you to be ready to talk through the hard things, and then there are going to be times that you may need to pause my podcast so that you can talk through the hard things with yourself. Yes, I said it, with yourself, because sometimes we have to argue with the deepest part of us because we gaslight ourselves. So without further ado, I am going to end the podcast here, and I'm going to say this: as you engage on this journey, please be kind to yourself because this shit is motherfucking hard. It's messy, it's gross, it makes me want to throw up, but it's needed. So engage with care. Take care of yourself. Bye.